Have you ever wondered why some people seem extraordinarily self-focused to the point where it impacts their relationships and daily life? Or perhaps you've asked, what separates healthy self-esteem from potentially damaging personality disorder? Today we're delving into a topic that's often misunderstood, even feared. It impacts countless lives, yet remains shrouded in misconception and stigma. This topic is Narcissistic Personality Disorder, or NPD, which came into the news more with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial last summer, as well as social media commentary about a certain recent US president. So stay with me because the information we'll discuss could be the key to helping you or a loved one navigate this often daunting terrain. And who am I? My name is Dr. Sulman Aziz Mirza. I'm a triple board certified psychiatrist specializing in adult psychiatry, child adolescent psychiatry, and addiction medicine, and I come across this topic on a near daily basis. So what exactly is narcissistic personality disorder? The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition, or the DSM-5, which is the gold standard used by mental health professionals worldwide, defines NPD as a pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. Let's outline the key symptoms. Keep in mind, these symptoms must be pervasive, consistent, and cause significant distress or impairment in an individual's life to qualify as NPD. The first is an exaggerated sense of self-importance. Individuals with NPD often believe they are inherently superior to others and expect to be recognized as such, even when their achievements don't warrant this status. This ties into the second symptom, a preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. They often spend a great deal of time imagining achieving power or success or being admired and recognized for their uniqueness. Which brings us to the third symptom, belief in being unique and superior. Individuals with NPD often perceive themselves as unique or special and believe they can only be understood by or associated with other special or high-status people or institutions. The fourth symptom is a constant need for admiration. This excessive need for admiration from others serves to bolster their self-esteem, which despite their outwardly confident image, is often fragile. Fifth, a lack of empathy. This is a core symptom of NPD. Individuals with this disorder often struggle to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others, leading to a disregard for other people's experiences and feelings. Lastly, individuals with NPD may demonstrate exploitive behavior in relationships. They may take advantage of others to achieve their own ends, showing little to no regard for the other person's feelings or welfare. Remember, these symptoms can cause significant emotional distress and impairment in various areas of life, including work, school, and social and family settings. Let's delve deeper into the possible causes of narcissistic personality disorder. Now, I must emphasize, the exact cause is unknown, and like almost all psychiatric diagnoses, it's likely a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and social factors. Check out the video I made about how psychiatrists diagnose using the biopsychosocial framework using the card above. Starting with the biological factors, researchers suggest a certain predisposition to NPD might be inherited. Just like other mental health conditions, NPD tends to be more common in people whose close family members also have the disorder. However, having a genetic predisposition doesn't mean a person will necessarily develop NPD. It merely increases the risk. As for the environmental factors, early life experiences and parenting styles play a significant role. Excessive pampering where children are praised excessively, or conversely, excessive criticism can contribute to NPD. Similarly, children who are taught to believe they are superior to others or whose parents have a strong desire for their children to be talented or special to uphold their own self-esteem may also be at risk. Lastly, let's talk about the psychological factors. Events or situations that have a significant impact on a person's self-esteem or identity, especially during the critical stages of personality development in childhood, can play a role in the development of NPD. This leads us to another significant point, the role of childhood abuse or trauma. Emotional abuse or neglect, unpredictable or negligent care, or overly high expectations can lead to an individual developing narcissistic traits as a defense mechanism. But it's important to note that not everyone who experiences these situations develops NPD. It's about a unique mix of individual susceptibility, genetic factors, and environmental influences. this point, it's important to distinguish narcissistic personality disorder from similar conditions or traits. This is crucial for understanding the disorder and for seeking appropriate help when needed. First, let's consider narcissistic traits. Now, it's natural for anyone to show some degree of narcissism. It's part of our self-preservation. We all have moments of self-admiration, vanity, or egoism. However, these traits do not necessarily indicate NPD. NPD is a consistent, pervasive pattern of behavior that significantly impairs an individual's life, not just occasional episodes of self-centered behavior. But what about self-esteem and high confidence? These are generally positive traits. They're indicative of a healthy self-image and can contribute to success in many areas of life. However, when self-esteem and confidence become inflated to the point of grandiosity, impairing relationships, lacking empathy, and leading to exploitive behavior, it could indicate NPD. Next, let's compare it to mania, a phase of bipolar disorder. While both NPD and mania may involve grandiose thinking and an inflated sense of self-importance, mania is typically characterized by periods of extreme high energy, reduced need for sleep, and other symptoms like racing thoughts, talkativeness, and engaging in risky behavior. These symptoms usually present in distinct episodes, unlike the persistent patterns we see in NPD. So when trying to parse these things out, it becomes important to create a timeline of symptoms and oftentimes need to get additional outside input from family, friends, or other people around them. Now, let's tackle some of the common misconceptions about narcissistic personality disorder. Misunderstandings can fuel stigma and prevent individuals from seeking the help they need, so it's essential to set the record straight. First, there's a widespread belief that all narcissists are overt, boastful, and exhibitionists. While this may be true for some, many individuals with NPD can be covert or vulnerable, displaying more subtle signs of narcissism and struggling with feelings of inadequacy, emptiness, and vulnerability. Second, it's crucial to clarify that not everyone who exhibits narcissistic traits has NPD. Like we talked about earlier, NPD is a pervasive and consistent pattern of behavior that significantly impairs an individual's life. Occasional self-centered or narcissistic behaviors don't necessarily mean a person has this disorder. Lastly, there's a harmful misconception that individuals with NPD are simply selfish or bad people. This oversimplifies and stigmatizes the condition. NPD is a mental health disorder, not a character judgment. Individuals with NPD often struggle with deep-seated insecurities and unmet emotional needs, and they deserve compassion and professional help. Speaking of professional help, what are the treatment options for NPD and what challenges might one face? The primary mode of treatment is psychotherapy or talk therapy. Techniques like CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, can help individuals with NPD understand their thoughts and behaviors more clearly and develop healthier ways of relating to others. DBT, or dialectical behavioral therapy, is another therapeutic approach that can be useful, teaching skills to manage emotions and improve relationships. When it comes to medication, while there's no specific drug to treat NPD, medications like antidepressants, mood stabilizers, or antipsychotics can be used to manage co-occurring conditions such as depression or anxiety. The treatment journey, however, can be challenging. Individuals with NPD may resist acknowledging their behaviors or seeking help due to their fragile self-esteem. Because of this, getting individuals with NPD into the office in the first place to acknowledge this is the biggest hurdle to care. More often than not, mental health professionals will work not with the individuals with NPD, but more so with the people who are impacted by them. Thank you for joining me today as we explored narcissistic personality disorder, its causes, symptoms, and treatment options. I hope this information has been helpful and enlightening, but there's always more to learn and discuss. Now I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever encountered someone with NPD, or do you recognize any of these traits within yourself? What challenges do you think individuals with NPD face in their daily lives? Let's continue the conversation in the comments section below. Remember, understanding and empathy are crucial in destigmatizing mental health disorders like NPD. By educating ourselves and offering support to those in need, we can make a difference in the lives of those struggling with this condition. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it with your friends and family to help raise awareness. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more informative content on mental health and well-being. Again, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.